The specious schema of equalities deceived us, concealing discrepancies between identities so grievous. Thus we must give credence to a thesis more extremist, and rise from the ashes of the previous morality like a phoenix. Felix, lead us through the catechesis of equity.
Some people may say that this is in the 60s and that's down south or back east, and that we're immune to this type of mindset and rhetoric in the Pacific Northwest. And I would encourage you to ask yourself a very critical question: how true is that?
We got a president-elect who hates everyone but white men, such a bigot that he's promised to the borders tight 10 dreamers on our campus fearing that they'll be deported. Every month another bias incident's reported. Just the other day I saw a mega cap at Walmart, proving lives of color locally ain't worth a wet fart. Our campus is surrounded by bigotry and woodlands, just the recipe to trigger memories of lynchings. And how can we allow this to continue? If we do nothing, nothing will be done. Students look to us for action in lieu of empty promises that help no one.
So in typical dominant culture fashion, we have to get data to make a case that doing what's right is worth it.
Because our dominating culture is dehumanizing, we need to offer up some data just to do the right thing. As you can see, all POC attendance is increasing, but if we zoom in close enough, you see that some are leaving. For decades we have been accepting governmental funding to help minorities, but still minorities are jumping through bureaucratic hoops and over academic hurdles, as though they have to prove to us that they are really worthful. And how can we allow this to continue? If we do nothing, nothing will be done. So our council has crafted this canoe to realize for all the best outcomes.
But just like that first image with one of the Little Rock Nine being screamed at by another student is proof, even today, that despite being in the same institution, the experiences are much different.
It's not a lie to say that Evergreen's good at diversity, but we still far to go before we terminate adversity. And so we have this council that will lead us into equity, which means we will ensure that all achieve an equal destiny. And in the days to come we will be trained in sensitivity, but now to start our work tonight we have a fun activity, so our community, a unity of values will achieve. It's called this I Believe, and Professor Sweet will be the lead. Because how can we allow this to continue? If we do nothing, nothing will be done. 'Cause equity isn't really anything if it's not about giving something up.
If equity is not about the willingness to give something up, then what is it about? Okay? So genuine equality is to me, when we talk about equity nowadays,